What's up everybody, my name is Ryland, also known as Quixs. Welcome back to a brand new video on this channel. Back to back videos this time. So, in today's video we're going to be reacting to the devastating downfall of VenturianTale. If you guys do remember VenturianTale, they were a really like great YouTube kind of family type channel that played Gmod and stuff like that. And I used to love watching them whenever I was little. Johnny Ghostface. Like it was peak, okay? It was peak. If you guys know, you know. But let's go ahead and get into it.
We are ready to begin.
Oh yeah. Also, they were siblings. They were all siblings. So yeah.
I think there's a lot of changes that happened to the channel recently, and I haven't really addressed them. And this is the question that everybody's been asking. It's on every single video. It's in every single comment section. They change the rules on the algorithm constantly, and it's incredibly tiring. The way YouTube changed everything about how their site works, to the algorithm, to the way videos go out. But
YouTube's a completely different site.
That excitement, and that's where it's annoying.
On the 17th of January 2013, 4 siblings from the state of Ohio would begin a YouTube channel with the overall goal of creating variety gaming content. This fact by itself isn't all that interesting, but if I were to tell you that only 6 months after creating the channel, they were getting 60 million views per month, then it makes the story
It was
slightly
such
more
a
interesting.
I miss
However, if we take it
VenturianTale,
one
bro.
step further and I tell you that that same YouTube channel doesn't even crack 2 million views a month these days, then you might raise an eyebrow and ask,
They don't post
what could
anymore,
have
right?
possibly gone wrong.
I don't
The channel
remember.
we're talking about is known as
I know a lot of like family
VenturianTale,
stuff
and whether
happened.
their channel's downfall was owed to their failure to adapt to an ever-changing YouTube algorithm.
Basically because YouTube's algorithm has kind of changed, and they've made it that the more videos you put up, the less people see them. It's a really weird thing, and I don't know what's going on with it.
Their eventual lack of commitment for the channel,
There won't be any uploads for a little while. And I just wanted to let you guys know, because I think it's fair to you guys to know.
or just a total unwillingness to make any changes to their content over a 7-year period.
Basically, the channel is pretty much going to just keep being the same. I mean, nothing's really going to change.
Their story is an astounding case compared to
I
many
mean, you gotta
others on the
switch up the
platform. This is the
content or
downfall of the
you kind of
VenturianTale
lose
channel.
followers.
We were trying to pick a name for the channel, because if we were going to start this channel, we needed a name for it.
The name VenturianTale was initially derived after the creator of the channel, who's yet to be introduced, would mix 2 different words found in the dictionary, ultimately
Venture,
creating the name that would
etc.
go on to represent the creators of the channel.
Adventuring Tale. It's a story. So we added tale to the end of it, and
It's
boom,
fun.
there we go. VenturianTale was born.
The VenturianTale channel then began on the front foot by immediately introducing somewhat of a unique idea comparative to what was available on YouTube at the time. A constant collaboration between 4 different family members. On the
I know their
31st of
parents are
January
like strict
2013,
about like
only 4 weeks after
them
the
having
creation of the
friends
channel,
and
the
stuff
audience would be introduced to the first 2 siblings,
because they're
Jordan
like very
Fry, who was the creator
religious.
of the channel, and his sister Sierra Fry, who appeared in the very first video on the channel titled Let's Play a Minecraft Tale, The Adventure Begins.
Greetings, everybody who will maybe sometime watch this video.
Sometime on the tube of the
Sometime.
The tubes.
Probably not ever.
The final 2 siblings, being Bethany and Isaac, would then be introduced only 1 day later, when the channel would upload a video titled Siblings Play Slender Part 1.
Greetings, everyone. This is Venture.
Thing is,
with
he already made like
Nubs back here.
That's you,
After being
merch
introduced
art
to
and
4
everything
siblings
for
on the VenturianTale channel, it was clear that
the
these
channel,
creators
like,
had
day
certain
one.
elements that would be an advantage compared to other creators beginning a new channel.
really
Firstly,
smart.
there was 4 of them, which means 4
More
times their helping
Coda,
hands when
Bethany
it comes to editing,
Fry,
brainstorming
Homeless
video
Goomba,
ideas,
and
as
then
well as just
Venturian.
general labor towards the creation of the content.
If I didn't live with them, we would not have a channel, because there's no way I could do all this work on my own. They needed to be here at this time for me to even begin the channel.
4 brains is always going to be better than 1, so they had instant
That's
leverage
true.
from the get-go. On top of this, the
They have,
VenturianTale
like, kinda
channel was
infinite
able to
content
leverage off
ideas,
an
you know?
extremely popular video style at the time, being the kids play, adults play, elders play type videos, by creating an offshoot with their siblings play series.
Whoever gets the most pages in this video thing
wins.
Getting an instant upper hand on many other new competing creators. The final thing that I want to cover before we really get into the meat and bones of VenturianTale's growth is that prior to the creation of the channel, each sibling actually had some minor experience in creating content on the platform. The main creator of the channel, Venturian or Jordan Fry, had been creating videos since all the way back in 2007.
Yeah, so he already
Jordan
knew how
Fry
to do it.
750. However,
He
he never had much success, gaining approximately 700 subscribers between 2007 and 2013. Sierra had been
Hey, that's
creating
basically
videos
kind of how
almost
my
as long,
channel went.
beginning her channel in 2008, once again posting various videos with little success.
Hello, Sierra Skywalker.
Hey, better not be filming. I could let anybody online know what it looked like.
Isaac created his channel in 2009 and had been posting a few random videos since all the way back then.
The rake people.
I'm trying to hide from the rake people.
Then finally Bethany, who had also created a channel in 2009, posting various random videos.
We didn't find, like, my sister's
Dude, they should
cat,
bring back
but I'm
Vine.
cold,
honestly.
so I'm going back to the car.
But receiving minimal success before the creation of the main VenturianTale
I need to bring
channel.
back Vine.
Despite having a background in making videos, Jordan, the creator of the channel, never thought that he would begin making videos with all the siblings as one main channel.
I've always had a background in making videos on YouTube, but I've never recorded them as in.
Shut up real quick. You know, it'd be awesome to have a channel with like siblings and whatnot, you know? Imagine like having that growing up and stuff, you know, you making YouTube videos with your siblings. Which me and Ashton, you know, Two Brothers Game and Ashton, we do that stuff sometimes. We make videos and whatnot, podcast wise, but we haven't ever made a video like together when it comes to gaming, which we need to do. If you're watching this video, Ashton, we need to do that.
Like myself as my personality in the forefront. Usually it's like I'm in a video for something.
But while laying awake one night, felt a compelling urge to begin making videos as a group.
I couldn't sleep. I couldn't think about anything else. And I thought, you know what? I could make videos because.
And it seems as though this random desire to begin the VenturianTale channel, despite each creator receiving minimal success personally, was the right move for the family. Because if you
Yeah,
take
because
four siblings,
it
all of which having some
gives
basic
all their
idea of what does and doesn't
personality
work on the platform,
together, puts it all
success is sure to
together,
follow, which
and
is
it
exactly what
bam.
happened. The earliest piece of data available shows that only 12
Plus, at the
days
time,
after
there
the first
wasn't
video was
any like
posted,
sibling YouTubers
You
that
don't know how
like
to make
game.
anything?
Really, this sounds like
VenturianTale was already at 2,000
because EvanTube, he was young.
2,000 subscribers in 12
Bro and sis, they were
days.
really,
An almost
really young.
unprecedented level of
Yeah,
growth
I don't
for
really
any channel
remember.
on the YouTube platform.
It's been a while.
Now, it's possible that
you know.
some of this growth was the
There's a
result
lot.
of each creator asking their audience to subscribe
Now.
from their own personal channels. However, I can't really find any evidence of this, and each channel was quite small at the time, so we're going to assume that most of this growth was completely organic. It also didn't seem like this first month of growth was just a
you got
one-off
shot.
fluke, because in both March and April, the VenturianTale channel would grow a further 12,000 subscribers, rounding the
crazy.
channel off at 15,000 subscribers only 3 months after their first video was posted.
I
Much of the growth
wish
was
my
due to the
channel
fact that there
popped
were
off
4 people
like
running
that.
VenturianTale, giving the channel the ability to pump out up to 3 or 4 videos per day on an extremely consistent basis.
Yeah.
We're actually going to try our best to keep the videos uploading steadily so that there's no breaks. You know, you won't see much of a decline in uploads.
Dude,
Hopefully.
they
On top of
literally
this, much of the
posted
initial
so
growth
much
was due
every
to the
day.
channel displaying very specific game modes and mods, such as the TARDIS Doctor Who mod,
We will be exploring time and space in the TARDIS.
and the Lord of the Rings Adventure Map mod.
And today we are going to explore the Lord of the Rings Adventure Map.
However, it would be with another game that VenturianTale would really find its groove,
Gmod.
eventually leading to explosive success on the channel.
This is Venturian with Homeless Goomba, and today
Yeah,
we
Gmod.
are playing Gary's
I remember their
Mod.
FNAF
Yes.
videos.
In early April 2013, a fan of the channel by the name of Brad the Lad would send Venturian a copy of the game.
That's how I
Gary's
found
Mod.
them, because I was
We
really
started playing
obsessed
Gmod.
with
Actually,
FNAF.
Someone by the name of Brad, he actually sent us free copies of Gmod, so we thought, you know what, let's film it.
And as stated in the previous clip, a video of the game would be posted after shortly on the channel.
This is a disclaimer, but we know nothing about Gary's Mod.
Yeah,
Okay,
I've never
so
really
we are
played it at
complete
all.
noobs at this.
Turns out the game performed quite well on the channel while also being incredibly enjoyable for each creator.
Because
ultimately
Gmod had
leading
so
to
much
further
content
success for
and
the
does
VenturianTale
now, but it's
channel.
dead,
we
and
kept
it
filming
sucks
it,
to
we
see.
pumped out so many videos, and it became a huge success for us.
By the beginning of May 2013, only 1 month after first showcasing Gmod on the channel,
Gmod
would
Super
become
Smash
their main
Bros.
game with the vast
It's
majority of
Skyrim
content
2.
on
I
the
remember
channel
that as
exclusive
Skyrim
to
2.
Gmod.
This is Venturian with Homeless Goomba, and today we are back in Gmod.
This change ended up being perfect for the channel, as in May 2013, only 4 months after posting their first video, the
That's
channel
when
would receive
Gmod started to get
18.5
popular and
million
stuff too.
views, many of which coming from the
Markiplier
newly
starting to
introduced
play,
Gmod
Jacksepticeye,
series. This view count would then
a lot of
double the next
others.
month, gaining 40 million views in June 2013,
Around that time, if
then
I'm not
60 million
mistaken.
in July 2013. VenturianTale had gone from gaining 0 views in January 2013 to 2 million per day only 6 months
Crazy.
later in July
2 million
2013,
views per
a
day.
figure indicative of how entertaining the siblings were at the time. This insane growth
They
was
literally
also
got
led to a new unique
14
idea
million
the siblings had
views
introduced
per
into their
week.
videos, where they would roleplay various crazy characters such as Jimmy Casket, a serial killer who always came off as a bit of a whack job,
Do you want to know my secret, Johnny?
and the Akachala family, who would represent a southern hillbilly family.
No,
Sally,
no.
I told you this the last time. I ain't lifting none of them stupid metal things.
Don't you want Lily?
Have you seen my biceps? Welcome to the gun show.
The idea of playing different characters created inside jokes within the channel, creating connection between VenturianTale and their audience, as well as providing
Yeah,
a reason
they
for posting
always
constant
had different
returns of
characters
videos
and
in
stuff.
case
It
there had
was,
been any
like,
development
awesome.
within the characters. This returning audience
was
ensured
creative.
consistent views,
It was
and while
different,
the views
you know?
backed off from 60 million per month to around 45 million per month, the channel was still growing extremely quickly. VenturianTale went from 100,000 subscribers to 300,000 to 600,000, then 1 million subscribers in July 2014, only 1.5 years after initially starting the channel.
Crazy.
1 million subscribers! It updated!
It updated! Yay!
The views would then, unsurprisingly,
Imagine
continue
if
at
we
around
ever hit
45 million
there.
per month,
That'd be
until
awesome,
3 months
man.
later, when a new piece of content would
I'm
be
not expecting it
introduced,
to
ultimately
happen,
resulting
but I
in
want
another
it to,
massive increase
eventually.
in views for the creators of the VenturianTale channel.
Yeah, the FNAF
Today we're
really.
taking a look at the Five Nights at Freddy's
Hey, it's
models,
Johnny.
basically. It's a pill changer pack
Johnny and
in
Toast.
Gmod.
On the 4th of October 2014, the VenturianTale channel would upload a video titled Gmod Five Nights at
Their
Freddy's
most popular
Scary
video,
World.
if I'm
I
not
still don't know what
mistaken.
it is. Okay, so I have no idea what the game is. We might play it someday, but you guys have been asking us to do it.
Now, despite Venturian and the siblings having no idea what the game was at the time, the Five Nights at Freddy's videos would go on to become the most viewed mod on their channel. Only 1 day after uploading this initial Five Nights
That's
at
what I
Freddy's
thought.
video, it would receive 200,000
That's 'cause
views,
FNAF just
almost
came
10
out
times
and
more than
everyone
some
was
other
looking
videos
for
that had been
stuff.
posted at the same time. This then led them to upload a second
I
video
remember this
titled
is how I
Scariest Horror
discovered
Map Ever, Five
VenturianTale.
Nights at Freddy's mod.
And
We are
then
doing
they
the
were
Five
one of my
Nights at
favorite
Freddy's
YouTubers.
Map. Now, apparently this map actually works. Like, it's actually supposed to be terrifying and things are supposed to happen. And
which would go on to become the most popular video ever uploaded to their channel, gaining 16.7 million views to this day. Today, if you
crazy.
sort VenturianTale's videos by most
It's
popular,
just mainly
the 9
FNAF.
most viewed videos on the channel are all Five Nights at Freddy's Gmod videos, which is just a small
Comment down below if you guys remember these videos.
total Five Nights at Freddy's videos
They were
posted
amazing.
to the channel in around late 2014. The Five Nights at Freddy's series caused the channel to go from 45 million views per month to 80 million views per month by early 2015, an insane boost from a channel already dominating the YouTube gaming landscape. However, this point of hitting 80 million views per month would also be the same period when the views would begin to decline for the VenturianTale channel.
Peak and then it just wham, fell
In
down.
February 2015, only 2 years after the first video was posted to the channel,
Dang,
while sitting
look at
a
that
subscriber count of
drop.
1.5 million, the VenturianTale channel would see a peak in viewership followed by a long-term decline, ultimately resulting in the death of the channel. Who would have seen it coming?
That's
The
crazy.
80 million views received in their peak month would have given confidence in the future of their channel to even the most pessimistic of fans, but an incoming
That's how you
failure
know,
was on the
like,
way for the
anyone can
siblings
just
running
fall
the
off instantly.
VenturianTale channel. By July 2015, only 6 months after receiving 80 million views in the month, the views on the channel would drop down to only 55 million. Now, there's no problem with this. That kind of fluctuation is pretty standard for any kind of creator, especially considering
stuff
most of these
happens.
80 million views had come from their Five Nights at Freddy's Gmod videos, which were extremely specific, did not have much room for differentiation, and were not going to keep an audience interested over the long term given the lack of possible alterations within each video.
Yeah,
However, the
'cause
drop in
FNAF,
views
it
really
was
started
slowly
to become
gonna
apparent by the
decline
end of
also,
the year, because their channel hadn't
which
switched their
actually didn't
content style
happen.
and recovered back to 80 million views per month, but but rather gotten worse and dropped once again, receiving only 33 million views in the month of December.
Only
to round up the
33
end of
million, that's it.
2015. The first thing that might explain VenturianTale's initial drop in views could be the drop of not only the popularity of Five Nights at Freddy's, but also the popularity of the main game that they were playing, Gary's Mod. If we look at the Google trend graph, we can see that the popularity of Gmod was at its peak in July 2013 as their channel was taking off, but by February 2015, when the views in the channel began to decline, Gmod was also beginning to decline in popularity fairly rapidly.
Yeah,
this decline in
Gmod's not popular at all now.
Correlated almost perfectly with the decline in Venturian's viewership, and as seen on the view graph, the views were about to drop even further. Both 2016 and 2017 saw a further decline in views for the VenturianTale channel, and had dropped from 33 million per month in early 2016 to only 10 million per month by early 2018, at which point it was becoming more and more obvious as to why VenturianTale fans were departing in droves. VenturianTale had not changed or improved its content in the slightest over the 5 years of activity on YouTube.
Yeah,
if
you gotta
take
switch it up just a little
first
bit.
Gmod video and compare it to their Gmod videos of 2018, spotting a difference in video style and quality is somewhat difficult. By 2018, unfortunately, recording an hour of gameplay and putting your face in the top left-hand corner just didn't really cut it anymore. The value on YouTube had well and truly switched to reward creators who are putting in insane amounts of effort into their videos. And when you have people like Vanos making multi-angled, extensively edited, well-thought-out ideas playing a similar game to Venturian, how are the siblings possibly going to compete? And the answer is they're not going to compete, leading to a decline in viewership, a seemingly running problem that's seen in so many of these downfall
That's
videos.
why Stampy fell off too, because he kept doing the same content over and over and over again until I think last year, the year before last, he finally ended his Lovely World, and he did that for I don't even remember his first video. When was it? Like 2000 and like I think 11 or something like that was his first video. I'm not really sure, but that's how Stampy fell off too, because he kept doing the same content because he loved doing it, but still.
Creators from the early 2010s gained popularity making entertaining but fairly simple gaming videos, but failed to notice that by around 2016 these basic videos simply weren't comparatively good enough to keep people entertained anymore. Then in January 2019, after the views had dropped once again to only 4 million per month, VenturianTale wouldn't upload a video for a whole month, only to return with a video titled Why I Left, which raised some eyebrows in relation to the siblings' commitment for the continuation of the channel.
You guys haven't seen me in almost a month, and that's because at the beginning of January I took a trip to see my girlfriend for 2 weeks, and I was gone.
Nice.
And then I got sick, and then I was sick for like another 2 weeks. So it's been about a month since you guys have seen me.
Jordan explained in this video that he had taken 2 weeks off to hang out with his girlfriend, then had gotten sick, which is, trust me, YouTuber code word for I was too lazy to make any content and was instead sitting in bed eating salt and vinegar chips while watching the Back to the Future series. Regardless of whether Venturian was sick or not, it was still somewhat indicative of the massive change in his motivation for making content. From a guy pumping out 3 videos a day in the early point of the channel, to a guy who was happy to take a whole month off, not say anything about it, only to return
You gotta
with
at least let your fans
video
know.
as to why he couldn't make a single piece
I can't
of
talk
content
about
for the
that, though.
remaining fans. It would also be during this 1 month break that VenturianTale would skip a tradition, being their anniversary stream, which they would do on the 1-year anniversary of their channel every year.
And welcome to the 2-year anniversary special video.
Venturian explained that the reason they were unable to complete an anniversary stream was because they all got sick and didn't have enough time.
Today is our 6th-year anniversary, where's our special with me being gone and then being
my
sick,
6th-year
and then other people
anniversary
getting
was
sick, and then a whole mess of things. It kind of, we didn't have time to prepare for it, we didn't have time to set it up.
Which I mean, it's fair enough, but saying that you just took a month off to hang out with your girlfriend then saying you didn't have enough time is a pretty contradictory argument. Venturian would then upload a video in October 2019 titled What's Happening, with a similar premise to the Why I Left video, however this time telling everyone why he was leaving in advance.
Because I'm gonna actually be gone for close to a month, because I'm actually flying out to California, and then I'm taking a road trip with my girlfriend. So
there won't be any uploads for a little while.
And it's like, if you want to have a thriving personal life with 1 month breaks here and there, then fair enough, man, we can see why you'd want to do that. But if you want to be a YouTuber and expect your audience to be waiting for you to get back, then you're probably living in fantasy land. On top of this, the whole video in reality was 20 seconds of him saying he's taking a month off, then another 7 minutes of just totally useless content.
I have no
Or once a
idea
week, actually.
what to vlog about.
Ultimately doing nothing but displaying how unentertaining his content had become. This whole video just showed that the VenturianTale channel had become totally uncommitted to their audience. And it was obvious that the remaining fans could feel this to some extent, because it would be in this same month, October 2019, that VenturianTale would begin to lose subscribers. In September 2019, the VenturianTale channel hit a point where it was no longer gaining enough views to maintain a positive subscriber growth. The channel hit 2.84 million subscribers, then flattened out and began to decline in October 2019. And without a growing subscriber base, the channel's views only continued to decline. As the views continued to decline, it also became obvious that VenturianTale had become somewhat unconfident in the future of his channel, but it was subtle. If we focus on a video posted in August 2020 titled "Where Are My Siblings Q&A,"
they are
at
at 2.73 million subscribers now.
For his failing channel.
They change the rules on the algorithm constantly, and it's incredibly tiring, and the videos don't just disappear into the black hole that is YouTube. But YouTube doesn't reflect that excitement, and that's where it's annoying. You guys are out there, you guys want to see the videos, but YouTube is not cooperating with me. The subscription button doesn't mean anything anymore because YouTube.
Yeah, that's a whole entire excuse, because you just have to literally just switch up your content.
To simply say that the algorithm has changed.
It's not the algorithm.
Wow, I haven't seen one of your videos in forever. It's that YouTube has not probably sent them a video in that long.
But if you dig a little deeper, the act is much bigger of a deal than it seems. Firstly, by blaming the algorithm, you're somewhat confirming that you're not good enough for YouTube to recommend you anymore.
The way YouTube works now, everything's different, and you guys will not see our videos unless that bell is clicked.
Because the YouTube algorithm doesn't discriminate based on race, gender, or your religion. It's a machine that discriminates on how long you can keep someone on the website, as well as the quality of a creator's videos. Blaming the algorithm for not recommending your videos is doing nothing but...
That's why you see like a Mr. Beast video even though you're not subscribed to him.
In a certain category. The act of blaming the algorithm for a decline in views is also doing nothing but distancing yourself from where you need to improve. It's very easy to say that the algorithm has changed, and it's very difficult to say, hey, maybe my content has declined significantly since my peak and I need to improve it. And I'm going to be a bit of a douchebag here and give Venturian a bit of a reality check by saying that the algorithm hasn't changed, your content is just awful in comparison to what else is available today. The goal of keeping people on the site
you gotta switch stuff,
hasn't really changed much since 2013. It's not the algorithm that's changed for VenturianTale, it's his ability to keep people on the site that's changed. You could have content that competes with the relevant creators from 2013 like Vanos and PewDiePie, but you chose the path of complacency instead of the path of improvement, and you've been left in the dust as a result. I'll finish this little and probably overdone rant by saying that blaming the algorithm publicly just shows that you don't have an adaptable personality, which is arguably a requirement for a constantly changing YouTube landscape. It would also be in this video that Venturian would reveal a key piece of information indicative of how far the channel had fallen, being that each sibling had grown up and it was no longer possible for them to make videos together anymore.
Are you going to play with your siblings again? That is the question everyone is asking, and I would like to. The thing is that we all live apart now. We've all grown up, we've all moved out, we all have our own houses and our own lives.
I feel like he just hasn't asked either.
Our time, so we don't really film together anymore.
Jordan's brother Isaac would also comment on the video, stating that the siblings had all moved on from YouTube to pursue their own pathways, stating that he had begun work selling products on Amazon. Isaac stated that he would like to return to YouTube, but also seems to have been brainwashed into this idea that it's the YouTube algorithm's fault for their failing channel. In August 2019, Bethany uploaded a video promoting a new app that she's been developing.
I have an app that I've been working on for a long time with a coder,
showing that she's also moved on to other endeavors, and Sierra's Instagram as well as the deletion of all her personal channel videos seems to hint that she's also moved on in life.
I wish I wouldn't have deleted my old videos, man.
Successful in the first place is
I read it so much.
Indication that the channel has certainly changed quite dramatically since its inception in
January
January 2013. Then, more recently, the views on the channel have dropped even further to around 1.5 million per month in recent times. VenturianTale has gone from uploading 3 times per day to only once per week.
Why do you record only once a week now? YouTube!
Once again buying into some kind
It's
of
not
bizarre delusion
YouTube.
where he thinks that uploading less will ensure that more people see his content.
The more we put up videos, the less views each one got. So we've been trying to put up less. You know, I would like to upload more.
You gotta
I
just
figure if
switch
I
the
put them up once a week,
content,
everyone
man.
gets a chance to see them, and the videos don't just disappear into the black hole that is YouTube.
The overall reason for VenturianTale's
I think I'm gonna
downfall, his
do
content wasn't
some
improving while
gameplay
everyone
videos
else's
soon.
was. Then, when it did get to the point where he realized that his videos weren't good enough to compete, his ego tricked him into thinking that his videos were perfect, and it was the algorithm's responsibility to change, rather than his personal responsibility to improve his videos to a level comparable to the
Yeah,
other
you gotta
creators on the
change stuff,
platform.
man.
Obviously, the algorithm is never going to change for a single creator and is always instead going to favor the collective. While VenturianTale sits back and blames the algorithm,
They change the rules on the algorithm constantly, and it's incredibly tiring.
his channel does nothing but continues to decline in viewership, and until he's able to look at his own flaws and come to terms with the areas in which his videos need to improve, his viewership is unlikely to ever increase from the 1.5 million views per month he's currently receiving.
Yeah, it's kind of... You gotta switch stuff up, man. You gotta really switch stuff up. Let's see real quick. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because I just looked it up on my phone. See, VenturianTale, they last posted... They last posted 4 years ago. Like, look how low the views are. Look at the prime views. The prime views, 17 million. It's ridiculous, bro. But, hey guys, that's the end of the video. Comment down below if you used to watch VenturianTale whenever, you know, you, were, you know, a kid and whatnot. You know, I loved this channel, I really did, but, you know, I did grow off of it. I grew distant from it because, you know, the content never changed. It wasn't exciting anymore, etc. like that. And really just make sure to like, subscribe, turn on notifications. Hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. It's just, if you guys want to be, you do got to switch up your content. And you do got to figure out kind of algorithm based thing to do. And right now, I'm not doing too bad for how little my channel is, right? Like, look, I'm not doing too bad. My recent video has almost 300 views. That's good for me. So guys, thank you guys so much for all the support when it comes to that and everything of the sorts. Thank you guys for everything you do. But yeah, I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.